Welcome to the Real Double Dose Channel broadcast station, focused on the real reels of real life, love, growth, and of course, elevation within all levels. RDDC is exactly the place where anyone can discover more depth, love, light, and clarity within themselves, and elevate from other people's walks of life, conversations, and questions, along with deeper insights. So tune in and be a part of the Double Doses with Lexus T and RDDC.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Real Double Dose Channel. This is your host Lex coming at you straight from the heart, where the talk is real and the vibe is always live, and you know what we say. Thank you for tuning in. This is also hashtag S&M Elevation, which is Spirit of Mind Elevation, which we do with our library and growing things for you and our growth overall. And we are, and have been for a little bit now, is hashtag FDS, which is flip the switch with a DA and turning all things to the point where the lights need to turn on, whether it's spiritual, emotional, mental, business, we got you covered. Without further ado, for any show requests, feedback, or anything under the sun, we see your inquiries and the new guests that are coming on. We can't wait for you, and you've been reaching out to us at Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com. That's Real Double Dose Channel at yandex.com, yandex.com. And thank you for all your platforms that you're listening and tuning in on, and including TikTok, as well as going to be more of IG and YouTube. That's rolling out a little bit more streamlined for everyone to have your episodes. Now, I know it's a little bit things from TuneIn, Stitcher Radio. I said Spritcher, but Stitcher Radio, iHeart, iTunes, Podcast, Podchaser, Giovanni, SoundCloud, different ones, iTunes, I tried to say it. But, Spotify, different ones out there. We love you. We hear you all. And I just want to let you know that the consistency of these shows have been based on what we've been doing in the back end. But I assure you now, it's going to be a nice, better sailing for 2023. Now, we can't obviously stop the things that are going to be going on in life, but I almost guarantee, by the grace of the Creator, that it will be going on because, we love you. Yes, we do. Now, I just want to say, your girl Lexus T, I am a toxic relationship expert. And I am a business coach and as well as mentor of many spiritual things that go on beyond supreme enlightenment. And I do hold that very, very heavily beyond my Heyoka empathness or starseed indigo. Yes, I said it and I'm proud of it. It's not something you throw around. It's something you understand. And once you are a starseed, once you understand those things, it doesn't mean that you equivalent yourself beyond people, but you were made extraordinarily unique. So I don't know how the audio is going. Angela kind of left me a little bit more whimsical with this, but I know some parts might be lower, some might be higher, but I'm trying here. Not to mention my food poisoning that happened over the last 5 days. But don't worry, your girl's back, And I want to say also for any past guests that we had, especially Dr. Yam, different ones out there that have been on the mission of things, I want to also see if I can get all those guests that you talk about and having back for some more like reoccurring segments because they're amazing. And I love the interviews, amazing interviews. But I want to talk to you and bring it down a notch here about, remember how we had, if you haven't, please check out that episode. Is called hashtag the first steps. And this one right here, I was supposed to roll out about a week or two ago, but it wasn't the time. But now it is. Hashtag the breakthrough. And the next one to come along is hashtag the invitation. Now, it's evergreen no matter when you're hearing this, which is going to be in the beautiful year, which we are, which is 2023 and beyond. It still is open right now for you to be able to have that hashtag the breakthrough. I wrote some notes down, so I'm going to read those first and then I'm going to go into it because I wrote this specifically for all the beautiful ears out there are hearing and listening and wanting to hear into this. 1 equals 1 million. So if one of you are listening out of all the analytics and downloads and people that we see on the back end here, that's what makes a difference. 1 equals 1 million. You will affect everyone's life in the journey of that 1 million of ripples that goes out from the one. So let me get into these notes and let me give you a little something here. Don't worry, Hector's going to be coming on. I know you guys are used to him coming on here a little bit more now. He's going to have his hashtag Heck versus Hell episodes where he's talking about his own personal dialogues of life, different experiences, people, as well as his relationship with God and the different journey he has on here. So check that out. I think we're going to be airing those out. I'm not going to say the date right now because I remember what it is, but I believe it might be a Wednesday, but we'll have that also in the comment section versus basically the info section. You can check that on the SoundCloud and different other platforms that we have in the information of when those air, but I'll also give you a reminder of what's coming on and other syndicates that will be on this show as well to make it a whole and not a half. So let's get into these wonderful notes of entering hashtag the breakthrough. Are you ready for yours? Now, Obviously, I did not get a chance to edit these notes because it came in a raw form and it was more of an audio speech thing, with my new Google Pixel Pro 7, not promoting, but I do have one and hopefully we'll have one for a while. It's amazing and it's awesome, especially for business things already. Hashtag, let's get it. Okay. But this is the breakthrough. And I want to say, what is it? What is it that makes us not let go of what's killing us when it comes down to lifestyle change or the feelings of what the past has done to us? What happens when the person who hurt us, the accuser, the abuser, the molester, gets away with it and no one ever knows? Is it the fault that we feel it is ours because we never spoke a word, or for the fact that the guilt never ate them up and they repeated their offenses or lived on life without knowing that how bad they offended us, or they buried them? Is it to the reason that we understand that a snake bite doesn't kill us? It's the bite of the snake itself that does not kill us because it's just a bite. It's the poison, because as the poison rushes throughout our body and our veins and spreads and continuously keeps manifesting itself in us, bringing us to darker and deeper times, to a certain kind of death of many layers and levels. That is the reasoning. Just as the quote goes by Mark Twain, if I believe, and some facts that are another, in my own words. I say, when you crush a flower, it still has the vibrance of its beauty and the fragrance that comes from the crushing. Remember that. The fragrance that comes from the crushing when you permeate that flower and you seemingly crush it. It does not hate you back, but you remember that you took something so beautiful in life, just as we walk upon the ground and step upon the ants. Is it then that we took something from the chain of life? What do we allow to continue? Us not coming through the breakthrough. What does it do for us not to be able to find our own hashtag breakthrough of self-mutilation, of mental emotions, spiritual, of self-suicides every moment we turn around, thoughts forming that aren't even our own, but as the breakthrough of where we come from and what we choose? Are we putting our seeds into the ground and then immediately digging them back up? The contradiction of the confusion that our inner bodies and our heart and spirit go through with the pull and tug of war. We almost treat it like it's our wardrobe closet where we change the outfit every time we want to feel better. And then underneath the clothes, we're still soiled with our dirty thoughts, negative energies, past memories, secrets, trying to pull the outer layers of ourselves deeper and deeper from hiding to the hidden. We pray for such things and ask for such things, but the action that follows and the immediate negative mind frames that we subconsciously place upon it is making a mockery for the prayer and the asking. So are we planting our seeds and then turning right around and digging them back up? How do we ask ourselves? It's not working. How would it work if we never let the seed rest and do its due diligence in the ground from the power that is outside of ourselves, but is amplified by our belief by the creator of all things? We have to ask ourselves, and is this hashtag the breakthrough not coming because of what we will not let the breakthrough become in its own belief along with ours?
Hey family, can I interrupt the show for a second? Good, thanks. Well, we just needed to remind all of you to please be on the lookout for our FDS full release coming very soon on deep growth, enlightenment, toxic behaviors, and as well as the flip side of things in business training, all of our signature courses, exclusive partner offers, awesome vacation vouchers worth up to $3,000 plus in real world value, and as well as our laser coaching giveaways that'll be gifted only within our live events. This will be posted up to our private Facebook group when you sign up for the workshops. And much more will be available for you there. Making a mark in your life, relationships, business, and industry is truly obtainable. So, make sure to be ready to sign up to get started and make the rest of your life the greatest ever once we open the doors. We'll see you on the flip side, FDS.
I felt that. Hashtag the breakthrough. That's the legitimately deeper part of what I can give you, Hashtag the breakthrough. I want to tell you that. Now, the other one got some hits, but I'm telling you right now, there's so many people that'll sell you anything if they think you'll buy it. They sell you whatever. And we're so subconscious to say, oh, I don't want to be on this broadcast or this webinar. This people are selling and did. Okay, but you know what? Think about how you sell yourself. Think about the people that you come across that are being sold by you every moment. From the way you bat your eyes or do your movement to your mouth, from how you do your hair. The intentions that you have set out when you go to the mall. Is it to sit at the food court and eat? Or are you prettying yourself up hoping that someone gives you their number? There's so many things and so many layers to that. Who hurt you? Who will you not let go to find the healing that you need in the hurt that still is sitting there just waiting to be released? See, the hurting is not waiting to be released so you can hurt someone else and have it grow. The hurting is waiting to be released so it can let go of you so you can grow. You can know how to heal someone else. Regardless, people in business have issues with the spiritual, emotional, and people with their spirit emotional don't know how to deal with the business. It's all a collaborative whole. You can't sit there and tell me you're going to be able to run a multi-million-dollar company when you're sitting there heartbroken and soul is aching and your mind is trapped. You can't even put your head there. You cannot tell us that it's going to be okay to focus on the spiritual and emotional and mental. I know. And be able to have your bills fall behind and you're sitting there trying to figure out where your next bread is coming from. And in this kind of uncertainty, regardless, we're always in uncertainty. But really, the definition of wars and constant mayhem and earthquakes and more what the greatest book in the world will ever say, and we know it's missing a lot of context, but we know. It's just the point that you still have to go. Life must go on. And life will go on, regardless if we're here to breathe it or not. So I'm going to tell you in this short segment with your girl Lex, this is about the breakthrough. Now, regardless if you find it through this avenue or if you find it through a next channel, listening to someone or whatever it might be, I'm not on here just giving my breath away for all these years just for nothing. I know it's changed, and I see you out there who's saying, hey, I feel it, I get it. So hashtag the breakthrough means, are you going to accept the invitation that's coming? Soul ties, entanglements, life, thinking and growing rich in every avenue. Being able to go to the Nirvana duality, the triple E+3, what we're rolling out. All these things are because people really want to do it and pay it forward. See, we go to prison ministries. We go to different stuff in a different kind of ministry, not the typical ones people want to put a label on. We go to those who need it, for parents, for fathers, for kids, for abused children, for pregnant people, whoever it is, pregnancy homes, runaways, whatever it is, we got you. You see, we wake up breathing, feeling like, I can't just get my air out without knowing you're okay. I got to put a prayer out there. I got to put a feeling out there for somebody. This is not a solicitation. This is an invitation that's coming. So I hope that and implore you, for whoever's going to be hearing this now or later, that you get a chance to sign up and follow that invitation and get to where you need, because there's a breakthrough that you need. Stop fooling yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Stop kidding yourself. Stop saying, I got this. I can find this. I can do this. And stop playing yourself so small. Why is it that you can't be all that you can be no matter what you're in? A wheelchair, if you're crawling, if you're amputee, if you're a person that's single, if you're white, you're black, you're brown, you're blue, you're gray, you're green, it doesn't matter. There's a level for you to be on. Serve your purpose now and stop having regrets for later. Hashtag the breakthrough is saying, what is it inside yourself that you need to do for the deepest, most rarest parts that no one has ever seen? I don't care if it's putting a crayon on a coloring book. If you can do it the best, do it the best. Sign up for someone who's signing up for you. All that's available. If we were money hungry people from the beginning, you already know this show would have been gone or somebody would have ran with the bank. This is about the spiritual currency. So as we implore you, and I definitely do, make sure you sign up and take a step for yourself and do what you need to do for hashtag the breakthrough, because no one's going to break it through better than you and only you. Anyone could tell you where the water is and point to it. They could walk by you and stand by you the whole time. Hold your hand, take a sip themselves, but it's up to you to take that sip and swallow it because you want to, not because you feel forced to. The only thing that you should ever be sold on more than anything else is the betterment and the leveling up of you. Hashtag FDS was created just for that. The Real Double Dose will give it to you all the time, but hashtag FDS is flipping the switch. Whether it be the SOB School of Business and getting those things done and knowing what you need to know to get that accelerating, or just hashtag soul ties and entanglements. What we're a part of from the moment we come here before we even get breath into this planet inside the womb of our mothers. That's what it's all about. It's about elevating, leveling up. What do you need to flip the switch on? What are you having the lights turned off on that you need to, boom, put the light out there? And I'm going to leave it with this right here. I want you to think about this. Replay it if you have to and share it if you don't feel like it's for you, but give someone else that encouragement. But I remember one of the gentlemen was saying, I believe it was the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. He was saying about, I'm cutting it off in my words, but he was saying something about basically if you're looking for I guess you would say your wallet. He was saying something like that, I believe. Don't quote me. But he was saying if you're looking for your wallet inside your home, but all the lights are off, and you go outside and stand under the street light, and then you start looking for your wallet, the neighbor will come out and say something in the manner of, hey, what's going on? What are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for my wallet. Oh, okay, well, let me help you look for it. So they're looking outside and they're trying to find it under the street light, and all of a sudden your neighbor looks at you and says, well, where'd you leave your wallet? Oh, my wallet's in the house. Okay, well, the lights are off in the house and your wallet's in the house. So all you got to do is turn back around, turn the lights on, and get the wallet out your home. Obviously, he said it more graceful than that, and he made more of an understanding of it. But basically, we're always looking for things outside of ourselves. See, we're having the house as our body, our spirit, our mind. You know, we're humans, right? We're spiritual beings having a human experience. We're not human beings having a spiritual experience for most factors, okay? We are dealing with this journey of what's going on, and we're having all these problems go on. All the while, the house has the lights on that you can choose to flip the switch on. And then you have the wallet right in front of you that you've been looking for because you were on empty. But all the while, we're outside under the street post trying to look for something that's not there because it's already within us. Leave that one. So I'm going to tell you right here, this is my love, blessings, and so much more that I can give you and beyond. You're amazing. And don't forget that. Be the change, feel the passion, embrace the power of the spirit, and flip the switch on your life. This is your girl, Lexus T. Don't forget to tune in for the syndicates and much more. Heck will be back with me, and that's Hector. If you don't remember, he's back with me. He's going on here. This is my guest co-host. We'll put it there because he has his other syndicates he might be doing in between. But we're loving the vibe. We're doing it right. But pretty soon it'll be the Midwest to the dirty South, they call it, right, or to the South, and it's going to be kind of fun to kind of travel there. And don't worry, we're going to be going to the West Coast as well, and we're going to be hitting up the East Coast. Don't worry about it. And maybe even Canada, you never know. Anyways, blessings, peace, and love. You're amazing, and be watching out for other episodes that are going to be coming out a lot more regularly, and we'll post a schedule to that. And as well as just remembering that we're going to be having the invitation open, and that's going to be for all those who are here on these broadcasts as well as those who are newcomers. And if you're newcoming, thank you for tuning in and listening up to this point and giving us the attention and time out of your day to hopefully encourage and enlighten you. So hashtag the breakthrough. I can't wait, and we can't wait for you to finally break through yours and discover a whole new world that you never knew existed, and the universe. We love you. You're amazing, and we'll be back with you very, very, very soon.